It's a disturbing trend, being distracted while driving. And joining us now is Dallas Horton, a personal injury attorney. Good morning to you. Thank you so much for coming on.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. I really appreciate it.
Oh, thank you. Let's talk about some of the dangers that you have seen. What's out there?
Well, the problem with texting and driving is, obviously, if any of us saw somebody reading a newspaper or a novel while they were driving their car, we would think, what a lunatic.
Yeah, exactly.
Now they've invented a box where they can send you information, and people are actually reading that box while they're driving, which is no different than the newspaper or the novel. Mm-hmm. It's really dangerous because, you know, it's going to take you a second or two to read the text. Then your reaction time is going to be a second or two. It's going to be about a second, second and a half. So you're talking about not looking at a road for about 3 seconds. Mm-hmm. and to put that in perspective, when you're going 65 on a freeway, you know, that's 80 to 100 feet a second. So it just takes that second, and you're going to really injure somebody. And I don't get to deal with the people who make the mistake. I can't imagine what it must be like to be reading a text and to actually paralyze another human being.
Yeah.
And to have to live with that. I have to live with the person in my business who is paralyzed and who goes through the litigation over something as simple as reading a text message.
This seems to be a bigger and bigger problem as the years go on. I know the law varies from state to state. What are the laws in the other states?
There are several states that have outlawed texting altogether. Many states have also outlawed cell phone use altogether. And in our state, the rule is, and most people are unaware of this, if you have a moving violation while you're utilizing a cell phone for any reason, they get to add a due care citation on.
Wow.
So we are up to adding the additional citation of due care. Cell phones are a prevalent part of society. Everybody's using them. It's something I understand. It's something that has really swept the nation. Everybody has them. We all have children, and if we're at work and our kids call, they know, don't call unless it's an emergency. As parents, we want to answer the phone when it's our baby. And I'm not saying don't answer the phone. I'm saying get to a safe place to do it. You can pull over to the side of the road. You can call your kid back a minute later. What you shouldn't do is take your eyes off the road. Many of us today have voice-activated phones, and as long as you have one of those, you can tell it to answer, and you'll be okay, and you'll never take your eyes off the road.
Yeah, it just takes a second.
Yes.
He was actually texting me on my way to that musical yesterday, and I'm like, I thought of you because you were coming in. I'm like, I am not going to answer this phone. I'm not even going to look over.
Legit. When I saw the commercial about it, I'm like, wow. Dallas Horton is going to hate me if I answer this. It's the truth.
I have to make you laugh. My friends who know about my commercials, doctors and lawyers, are always on the phone with me. Will you text me this number? And I'm in my car. Are you insane? They'll be running a show on me. And I don't want to hurt anybody either.
Obviously.
So, I mean, the right thing to do is the texting cannot be done while you drive. It just can't. There's no safe way to do it. Not to read it, not to send it.
It's gotten
no safe
worse
way.
as time has gone on, because we used to have tactile buttons, and now, if you have an iPhone or any of those touchscreens, you don't even know where the buttons are. You're
exactly
just guessing.
right.
You have to look.
That's exactly right. Most phones today are these touchscreen phones, and you actually have to look at them, and there is your danger. And you can't do it. You cannot take your eyes off the road while you're driving. A simple phone call or message can result in somebody dying, and none of us want to live with that.
No.
But here's the thing. Okay, so you're a parent. You let the kids get in the car. They've got their phone. You can't control them. It's so hard. So what advice do you have for parents who let their kids?
That's a great question. And today there's technology so that you can actually follow your child's messaging, and you can see when they're messaging, what they're messaging, and you don't have to let them know that you have this technology. So I would highly recommend to any parent that has a child using their car, especially understanding you're liable. When you give that kid a driver's license and sign for it, you're liable for their actions. So parents need to be aware. You're not just sending them out, you're sending your assets out with them. And someone like me, when you seriously hurt somebody, is unfortunately going to come take them. So, you know, the best thing you can do is watch that baby, and when you see them driving out, you can see if they're texting. You know how long it takes them to get to and from school. You know what time they leave school, and you can figure this out as a parent. And if we catch them before they have an accident and stop them from doing it, we can save their life or the life of another child or adult, someone on the road.
How many people have called your office with this situation?
Every week I get a case.
Wow.
Every single week. A week doesn't go by where we do not get a case where somebody's been in an accident having something to do with a cell phone. Not a week goes by.
What a sin.
Yeah, I mean, it is. You had mentioned that it is prevalent. You call any personal injury lawyer in town, and you'll find more prevalent than you wanted to know about.
Wow.
They're involved in accidents. Each year I'm signing up more and more accidents.
Just don't do it.
My clients are coming on the phone, coming into the office, calling us on the phone and saying, hey, I watched someone rear end me on their cell phone. I mean, these people are looking at their rearview mirrors, holding for their dear life at a stoplight. They got no place to go, and someone is rifling right into the rear of them on a cell phone.
Dallas, we've got to go. Thank you so much for coming in this morning. We really appreciate it. Just say no to that phone.
Yeah, I agree. And if anybody gets hurt as a result of someone using a cell phone, please give us a call. We would love to help you out.
Absolutely. And if you want to give Dallas a call, 380-3100, or you can visit the address on your screen. Thank you so much for joining us, Dallas.
Hey, thanks for having me. It was just a pleasure, guys.
Thank you.